Dark Souls is a story of futility. They say the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, and in that sense, the world of Dark Souls is one filled with insanity. In the Age of Ancients, the world was uniform and ruled by everlasting dragons. It was a world with no warmth and no cold, no light and no dark, no life and no death. Eventually, fire came and brought disparity. 4 Lord Souls were pulled from this flame, opposed in nature, granting power to a new pantheon of gods. Nito and his soul of death, the Witch of Izalith and her soul of life, Gwyn and his soul of light, the furtive pygmy and the dark soul. Gwyn led Nito and the witch to overthrow the everlasting dragons and usher in an age of fire, while the furtive pygmy became easily forgotten. Dark Souls focuses on the chosen undead, who takes a pilgrimage across the land of Lordran, dangerously infested with demons and undead, to answer a prophecy and ring 2 bells of awakening. Humans have been marked with the dark sign, a brand cursing them with undeath. Nearly all humans are undead now, and find themselves revived each time they die. Those who have had their humanity and will drained by the endless cycle of death and resurrection become hollows, mindless shells of what they used to be. When the bells have been rung, you meet Kingseeker Frampt, a primordial serpent who tells you that as the chosen undead of prophecy, you have been chosen to succeed Lord Gwyn. The first flame was fading, bringing the world to ruin, and so Gwyn left his throne to link the first flame and continue the Age of Fire. To succeed Gwyn and link the fire yourself, you must gather the Lord Souls of Gwyn, Nito, and the Witch of Izalith. These souls now lie scattered across the land. Nito lies in the Tomb of the Giants, deep underground. The Witch of Izalith tried to use her soul to recreate the first flame, and warped into the bed of chaos from which all demons spawn. Gwyn's soul was split between the 4 kings of New Londo, who saw their city destroyed through their own greed and corruption, and Seed the Scaleless, a dragon driven mad by obsession with immortality. Frampt's intentions are called into question when you meet another serpent, Koth. Koth tells you that humanity, the essence that lives in the heart of men, is a shard of the Dark Soul, split and passed down by the progenitor of mankind, the furtive pygmy. The first flame was always meant to fade, but Gwyn feared an end to his reign, and extended his Age of Gods artificially. If you let the flame die out, then you shall become the Dark Lord over this Age of Darkness, this Age of Man. No matter who you choose to trust, you gather the Lord Souls, and head to the Kiln of the First Flame, where you fight what remains of Gwyn, now a lord of nothing but cinders. You make your choice, whatever it may be, and usher in a new age. Eons pass, and we are brought to the time of Dark Souls 2, set in Drangleic, another kingdom driven to ruin by the fading of the First Flame. The Lord Souls were so powerful that they never faded, and still influence those who inherit them. You, the bearer of the curse who seeks a cure for undeath, are tasked with finding the great souls possessed by these heirs who repeated the sins of the past. The Rotten, an amalgamation of death who hides away deep underground. The Lost Sinner, who attempted to relight the first flame and now lies imprisoned and forgotten. The Old Iron King, whose greed warped him and destroyed his kingdom. The Duke's dear Freya, beloved pet of the Duke of Seldora, whose obsession with spiders drove him insane. On your journey, you encounter Vendrick, the king of Drangleic, now a hollow husk of his former self. You meet the Queen Nashandra, who would have you open a path to the Throne of Want and become the next monarch, or so she says. In truth, she wants the throne for herself, to rule over an age of darkness. All of these things have happened before, and shall happen again. The same events play out countless times for countless ages. Just like the cycle of undeath was one of life and death, the world is caught in a cycle of light and dark. The power to usher in a new age is gathered, and that age lasts for untold centuries. If the fire is rekindled, it will fade eventually. If it is allowed to die, then some ember remains, waiting to be relit by another worthy monarch. So the struggle between light and dark shall continue, endlessly, until the world itself grows hollow. The only choice now is whether to continue that cycle, or to search for some new path beyond light and dark. But does such a path exist? Can there truly be a way to end the cycle?